Dude, I'm like so stressed and busy at work, and what? They just get to sit at home with their baby for 2 months? Sounds like a paid vacation to me. Just move the kid's nap. How hard can that be? So I know this isn't the same thing, but I have a dog. And they're not coming again. They said their kid got them sick. Why are they sick so much? Okay, I know she's covering up. I'm sorry, I don't want to see that. Does it have to eat right now? She quit her job, right? She's just a mom, just sits there with the baby. What does she do all day? Their baby is so loud. They must be doing something wrong. All I'm saying, dude, is when I have a kid, it's gonna be way different. What's up, Recties? Welcome back to Correct Opinions, and it is cold. Snow everywhere. I like the cold. You know what? The snow doesn't bother me. Beautiful. I'm kind of tired of these people who every time snow hits, they complain, oh, it's so cold. They get scared. We can't drive anywhere. I'll risk it for anything. Yeah. Maybe even of my favorite comedian show when he's in town. I wouldn't skip that because there's a few snowflakes.
Just drive 10 miles an hour.
Yep.
Get some Huskies to pull you. I've seen that work well.
You're still running in the cold?
Yeah, every day. Did it this morning. Man. Today was the coldest one. Today was the first time where it felt a little tricky to get oxygen in my nose. Every couple times I was like, it is cold. Because the wind chill was probably like 10 or 15 this morning, so it's starting to get a little chilly.
Any close calls slipping?
Yesterday. Yesterday, it was like, it wasn't cleared off very well. And the strides were very short. It was like, I'm just like barely even moving, and the arms are pretty, it's like I'm walking on like a tightrope.
It's a solo challenge, or Rachel's doing it too with you?
Rachel's doing it as well. Okay. Yeah, we got a bunch of people to start doing it. It's fun.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm still cold plunging. I was working up to it. I'm finally shoulders in.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm finally over the fear that I'm gonna like pass out and then drown.
I will say there's definitely a few times he goes out to the garage to do this, and I'm like,
I really try to be smart.
Been a little long. No. I need to go check on him.
So I don't know. I feel good. It's fun. We're back. Correct Opinions. We're heading off to up in Michigan and Wisconsin this weekend.
Yeah.
Get some -6 degree runs in. I might join you, man.
I can't wait to run around that casino with you.
Sit back, relax, enjoy this episode. Let's roll the music.
Correct Opinions. Correct Opinions.
Traveling, tours back. We got a baby, all this stuff. We're busy.
His wife's a feminist.
I don't
cook. So this is perfect.
We eat out too much, but sometimes you want a nice quality meal at home, and Cook Unity's changing the game.
Cook Unity, new sponsor alert.
Yep, new sponsor, 2024. It's the first chef-to-you service, delivering locally sourced meals from award-winning chefs right to your door every week. And it's still cheaper than other delivery options.
Whoa.
They work with some of the best chefs in the country to bring creative, delicious meals to you every week. It's not, you don't make it. It's like comes prepared, like a couple options here. Chef Mina could drop off her truffled fettuccine Alfredo with shrimp and Parmesan sauce.
Mina, you dog.
How is Chef Inat with her orecchiette with Middle Eastern beef ragu and green olives, crumbled feta, and breadcrumbs. Wow. I mean, it's fancy stuff. It's delicious. Arrives fresh, never frozen or frozen. And up to as many as 16 meals per week. So experience chef quality meals every week delivered right to your door. Katie, tell them how to get it.
You go to cookunity.com/Trey or enter code Trey before you check out for 50% off your first week. Yes, that is 50% off your first week using code Trey, or go to cookunity.com/Trey.
Yes.
We're still in January, baby, 2024, and it's time to keep breaking these bad habits. But, some people, you get too hard-o, it's like cold turkey. Leave that to the sandwiches, okay? It's time to break a bad habit a more efficient, realistic way, and Foom can help you do it. Foom has looked at a bad habit in a totally different way. Instead of removing it altogether, why don't make the bad habit a good thing? Foom is an innovative, award-winning flavored air device that does just that. Instead of vapor, Foom uses flavored air. Instead of electronics, Foom is completely natural. And instead of harmful chemicals, it just uses delicious flavors. Think of like if you could turn a nice herbal tea into a vapor, okay? It's nice. It had way more flavor than I thought it would. And it looks cool. Nice, beautiful wood aesthetic. Y'all gotta try the Solano Fume. It's made with a premium walnut barrel and an onyx-coated mouthpiece that has a slightly softer finish. What is this, wine? Or is it flavored air? You tell me. Stuff's fancy. So start your year off right with the good habit by trying out Fume at tryfume.com/Trey. You go try the Journey Pack today. And of course we have an offer for you, 10% off when you use my code Trey at tryfume.com/Trey. Just helping y'all start making the good habit that much easier. Start the good habit at tryfume.com/Trey for 10% off the Journey Pack today.
Got a minivan.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm an
I love when you
untrustable person.
Oh, because the
Apparently.
call. Yeah, we're looking through the Recty's comments.
I was like,
Katie's amazing. I was like,
Untrustable.
Here we go again.
Is that a snack?
We were just discussing how I'm too quiet, and they have to turn my volume up. And
No, we had a comment on the last
But-
YouTube video. Said Katie's amazing, but she doesn't like animals, so she's untrustable.
I've heard a lot of things about that. I feel like people have said like, "Oh, you don't have a soul," or like you. I don't know. People really go.
Any other white girls out there who are not fans of dogs or animals, please speak up. Please message Katie because she's alone. She's very lonely, and she needs to know she's not that crazy.
I think I saw maybe one comment that said, "Oh, me too."
Okay, yeah,
So-
you y'all should get coffee.
I'm gonna start like a.
You should get like hot coffee and get an extra cup and like pour it on a dog.
Okay, I don't wish them harm. I don't.
She's like, Michael Vick didn't do that much wrong.
He didn't harm a human.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be hurt, but I don't want to pet them. I also don't want to eat animals. A little bit of an.
Do you
an
want?
enigma
What
here.
if harm would just happen to befall them? Would you be like? Would you cheer?
No.
Okay.
I'm not like evil.
Good.
So
Okay,
to
one more
clarify that.
hypothetical. A dog, you're pushing Thomas in a stroller. It's a beautiful day. Dog is next to you on the sidewalk, kind of starts yapping at Thomas. And you're like, oh my gosh, get a hold of your dog. He is going to bite my kid. And then that dog runs out in the street and gets run over. Is there a part of you that's like, good?
If the dog looked aggressive enough that like I'm like this dog could be a danger to children,
And then he gets run over.
yeah, I wouldn't care.
F1.
If a dog was posing danger to a child, I do not care about that dog.
We're just gonna go on walks in the park. She's gonna have dog treats, just throwing them out in traffic.
She's
that
covering-
one looks scary.
She's covering Thomas in
Sparky.
peanut butter, but also throwing milk bones into the street.
Yeah.
Let me
What is
clarify.
happening?
Let me clarify. If a dog is just barking, not aggressively, then no. But if a dog is being aggressive, no, I don't have time for that.
That is wild. I can't imagine having a. I've envisioned that before. When you start to walk with a baby and you see dogs differently, you're kind of like, okay, that one's a little bigger.
They're, like,
scary.
bigger than my
And
kid.
Thomas probably looks like a chew toy. So you kind of like, and I think most owners you can tell too. Like, let's not get this dog too close to the baby. But man, I've had visions of what if a dog got after your child. I'm sure you just turn into a dog yourself. Like, I'm gonna bite someone to death.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about this too much, but what would you do? I'm going to give you 3 options and how you would take down a dog.
I have a solution that's
And then we're going to hear Derek's taser idea.
I am probably realistically confident I could take down a large dog. I think
I bet you could.
just
a pit bull though. They have jaws of.
they're vicious, but I think you get the rear naked choke.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. I was
What's
going
a
to say
pit bull gonna do?
bite, punch, or like strangle.
In my head, it's a strangle move.
Really?
It's like
How do you get? I mean, are you going to be quick enough to?
Yeah, I
get in
am.
that
Lateral
position?
quickness has always been one of my skills, and I think it's a quick kind of like kick. You know, it's an intimidation. Kick to like the ribs, and then it's when he's kind of recovering, you mount the back.
Okay.
And you get him rear naked.
And let's clarify to everyone: this is if a dog is attacking
if
a
he attacks
child.
my son, I go boom,
This
boom,
is
boom.
not something
mount the
we
back.
do for.
I'm a little
sleep it.
confused. Sorry, I went in and out there. At one point, I heard you say mount the back. Another point, I heard you say rear naked. What are you doing to this dog?
Yeah, it's a series of moves.
I think you could pull that off without the rib kick. Because what does every dog fall for? The fake fetch throw. I think you do that. It's like he's barking at your son, fake a tennis ball, turns around, now you just choke him. You don't need to kick him in the
wow,
ribs.
wow.
They
If
fall
you're-
for that every time.
That if you're in an area with bad dogs, I mean, a dog. Anytime I had a dog growing up, and it was just, they didn't want to get bathed. I mean, this thing you couldn't. It was so against bathing, and you just hold up a treat, and it just forgets everything. Like if a pit bull's getting after you, if I just pull out like baloney, would it just be like,
Bologna. When is the last time you thought of bologna?
So what I do is I pull out ring bologna and string cheese. I make them a little charcuterie board
Lunchable
of undesirable meats.
Okay, but
Babe, you distract him. I got to put together a Lunchable.
this is actually, unfortunately, a real scenario at the house where I grew up. Our neighbor had a pit bull that if it got
bulls
out,
scare me, I'll
it
admit.
would attack. It would attack whatever it saw. It was
This is that dog in Perth. Remember Leroy?
yes,
Oh.
yes.
I don't know how much. I'm sure we did probably talk about it in the
Yeah.
Estrogen podcast. But he was going to attack whatever, and it was going to be you or Rachel.
That yes. So one time we had at that time we only had one dog, Sam. He was a golden doodle, but like the bigger kind that looked more like a retriever, I guess.
More golden than
Yeah, and he so the dog got out, and one of my brothers was outside, and he was younger. The dog starts beelining towards my brother. My mom sees it, and they had the dog Sam out too. My mom starts running towards my brother, but Sam, the dog, got there first and just essentially tackled
That's pretty cool.
the
Yeah.
pit bull.
And you still don't like dogs.
I liked
Wow.
that dog.
Bring Sam back.
Yeah. She
Sam-
liked him because after the fact, he was mute and paralyzed.
No, he wasn't.
So she was like, this is great.
Yeah, the end of the story is that the pit bull still won.
He was
The pit
mangled
bull
beyond recognition.
definitely did bite Sam. So my mom, I think before she started running, she picked up some sort of something in the garage, a rake, a bat, or whatever she could find. And she, I guess, was beating the dog while Sam, trying to
dang.
get Sam. So
different.
my brother ran into the house, and my mom's trying to run. Apparently it was just a horrible.
That's horrible.
That dog got taken away because it attacked.
Went to go live on the farm.
Dogs, it is, I speak like I could take a dog, but you ever seen crazy videos of just a normal domestic dog, going toe to toe with a panther? Have you seen, there's crazy videos?
Or a bear.
Or a bear,
Yeah.
they're out hiking the woods and it's shocking what your normal dog can do if it needs to.
That is pretty cool. I haven't seen that, but have you seen the one where the kangaroo has that dog in a chokehold?
That video gave me as a human a lot of confidence. Where the guy just 1-2 punched the kangaroo.
I haven't seen
Jack
this video.
Kangaroo.
I mean,
he'll easily.
especially nowadays, you would
pull
think
it
the
up.
video's fake, but it's not.
Right.
They interviewed the guy.
A little bit down there. I thought I'd see some more wild kangaroos. We didn't. We were in the downtowns too
cities,
much,
yeah.
but I want to get on a highway. Just see one and maybe just kind of see. Do you
one-
want to spar a little bit?
I feel like the ones we saw in the zoo weren't very big.
There's no match for a black belt.
They were not. They did not look like that.
Look, he's just holding.
In a
he's
headlock
just
by the
holding
kangaroo,
the
jumping
dog.
to
This is a
action.
different kangaroo dog video.
Let go, my dog. Oh.
Turns out this isn't the first time a dog has been.
Oh, yeah, this is
arrested.
what I'm
is the
talking
one.
about.
That poor
Watch.
dog.
He's just holding the
Look at
dog.
him.
And that,
Oh my gosh.
Put him up.
Oh my gosh.
oh my God.
The kangaroo's
Look
like-
at the muscles on that kangaroo.
Kangaroo was like, yo, what?
He's benching a
He's
lot.
like, is he allowed to do that?
Wow.
Just
What on what?
Now we're talking.
Okay.
Wearing up. That's all time.
None of those kangaroos we saw looked anything like that.
Yeah, we saw tiny ones in captivity. They're like, they sleep all day. And you're like, well, why are we here?
And I was still kind of scared of them
Koalas
because we were
are the
in
best.
a cage with them. And I was still
When
a
did you
little
guys go
scared.
to the zoo? What city was that?
With we went in Sydney.
After y'all
with his
left.
family.
Yeah.
Saw peacock.
They're all right.
We saw an
now.
emu. We were in the cage
Scary.
with an emu. We were in the.
It walked 3 feet from me, and I'm like, I don't need to be worried. This is obviously they let us walk in here, but I even saw the guy working there who kind of backed up a couple. I was like, okay, is it also scared? I think he did a reaction, and it told me this guy's like, this emu's never gotten this close to anything.
He just kept saying, "Just don't get in its way. Just don't get in its way."
So he's like, hey, maybe back up a little bit. Maybe back up.
I don't know
Thomas
the emus.
Maybe move.
Thomas is in the stroller in front of me, and I'm like, "Okay, well, let me turn him around." And
Give him some space. Give him some space. Don't get in his way.
I mean, they are huge.
yeah.
The emu war of Australia. Did you
Yeah.
guys ever hear
There's
about that?
600,000 emus there.
The humans lost, right? It's like
Yeah.
the only war that the Australians have ever been in.
Why did that thing just say the Walmart brand ostriches?
That's what an emu is. One of the only 4 businesses in Stratford when I grew up. We had 2 gas stations, a Taco Bell, and for whatever reason, we had Exotic Animal Paradise. It was a
Exotic
drive-through.
Joe?
What?
Exotic Joe?
Joe Exotic.
Is
Joe
that
Exotic?
Joe? Joe's business?
Trump Donald.
I mean, probably similar. But it was a drive-through zoo. So I remember my grandpa taking me and my little sister. I mean, we're 10 and 7, and we're just in the back of his truck, and we're just driving through the zoo. And, you know, I think like lions and stuff are caged up. Like it's not a safari, but the emus were out. And I hated them. They had beady little red eyes, and they were like hunting us. They were like looking if we had food, and they're like pecking us.
Did you have your
like,
windows down and they could like put their head in?
Well, no, we were in the bed of a truck. So, I mean, they had full access
that is
to
horrifying.
it. Yeah, my
Oh
sister's
my
7
God.
years old, and yeah, the emu's pecking her. Like, Grandpa, the emu's pecking Caitlin. I don't know. Is this fine?
Is this what we're supposed to be doing?
It was terrifying.
That is something of my nightmares.
Wait, I vaguely heard about this before. There was like the emus like banded together and attacked villages of people.
I don't know what started the
What?
war.
Or what actually, or they were trying to just like emu war. The emu war was a nuisance wildlife management operation undertaken in Australia in the 1930s to address public concern over the number of emus destroying crops. Interesting. The unsuccessful attempts to curb the population employed the Royal Australian Artillery soldiers armed with guns, leading to the name of the Emu War. Although many birds were killed, the emu population persisted.
They were considered the victors, it says. Yeah. And the Australian army lost to the emus. They decided to wage war a second time.
That's wild.
In the second war, even though the emus took heavy damage, they still managed to win. Where they have HP.
Yeah,
They found a chug jug and were able to pull out
They
the
got a
victory.
half pot there.
Wait, when we were there too,
They're reviving.
Your sister Casey had like some big fear of emus. Did something happen to her with emus?
Oh yeah, don't bring it up around her.
No, I don't know.
I never
This is
got
strange.
the story, but I was like, surely there's some context.
I think
here.
it was. I think we did some kind of zoo
Like that,
thing
where
as a kid.
she
that
got
one
pecked.
got after a little.
Caitlin
bit,
feels
yeah.
the same way, probably.
Give us some spice.
Gosh.
Don't get in its way is such a funny thing to tell a human about an animal. It's like, I don't know his desires.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take a charge. Yeah.
Make sure you're planted and not inside of the...
I was kind of like, okay, can we just get out of this like area? I don't really want to be in here anymore.
Oh, so that was. I don't even know how we're talking about emus, but we're heading to Springfield, Missouri. We're recording this early, and we got a minivan. Got the minivan ready for the boys. Little road trip. I am team minivan. I don't care about the look of a car on the outside. I know it's not the sexiest roadster, but the inside of a minivan is so luxurious. You got captain seats, spacious,
Storage.
Storage.
Golf clubs. Yeah.
doors
Suitcases.
open, automatic doors. I would gladly own a minivan.
And you would drive it, not me. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'd do it.
All right.
And
you heard
you
it
would,
here.
but obviously we'd both drive it often. So are you?
No, I would have my own SUV. I don't need.
But it'd be like, all right, load up the kids, take the car we take when we do that, and you would drive the minivan. Would you ever drive it?
You would. If we were all going, you would drive it.
I'm on the road all the time.
Then
I won't even be there half the time.
Then I would take my SUV.
No, you can't fit the kids. Would you drive the minivan?
Nope.
You would refuse.
Yep.
Yeah, it sounds like you're just not driving it.
Well, then the roads will be safer. So I'm gonna buy one.
Better for the others.
Are you
I'm
team minivan?
excited. Yeah, I really want one when the time comes for kids. And what I'm really excited about is two things. One, I hope somebody makes a really cool electric minivan that's really fun and neat and futuristic. But also, I feel like we grew up in minivans. 90s, small town, middle class, had plenty of minivans, and then that was the last time. It's been 15 years. I don't really know the advancements that minivans have made, and I kind of don't want to know.
Huge.
I want to learn
advancements.
when it's time to buy one because it's going to blow my head off. I can't wait to see what they've done
There's
with
an
minivans.
espresso machine in ours.
And I would believe it. Yeah. I can't wait.
So here's the thing. I think that the issue is if you women have a context, not all, but the ones who don't want to drive the minivan, it's like, okay, I don't want to be like that mom. It feels like kind of lame. But guys kind of get the luxury of if you see a dad driving a minivan, I feel like people are like, wow, look at him.
Mr. Mom.
He's so good for him. Cool. So that's the
So you
issue
need to be
here.
in a Cybertruck. And then
Yeah.
people will be like, oh, cool.
Sick.
Yeah. I'm going to drive.
I have one on the way. I ordered a Cybertruck a year and a half ago. You just put down a couple $100 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm in line. If it looks like good resale value, you might have to.
It
but probably
looks
not.
like a
Tesla, you've seen Tesla
spaceship.
prices in a while?
Have I seen what?
Tesla retail prices in a while?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're underwater.
Yikes. You're not underwater.
Bad. On the car, yes. Did you I like the minivan. And you say that about dads too. When you're out in public, just you and Thomas, do you feel like you get a lot of love? Because the few times it's just me and him go sorry. I mean, people, I can tell I get looks. People are like,
People are praising you.
dad of the year.
Yeah, I know. Just because
Oh my
you're taking care of
gosh.
your child. Don't you feel that way, Derek?
Yeah, we went to Hobby Lobby to grab a couple things, and the old ladies loved me with the,
Oh my
with the
gosh.
girls. It was
you and $2.
Yes,
They were
yeah.
like, look at this guy. This
Yeah.
guy should be president.
That's whereas, yeah, I mean, people will say that he's cute, but no one's looking at me like, wow, look what you're doing.
Yeah, they're probably like, she should get a job.
Yeah, they're probably like, why
They
is
do,
she out at
which is awful.
11 a.m.? Why isn't she working?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get so much. I can't wait. Katie's finally. I'm gonna have a first weekend just me and Thomas, but carve around town and just
Show them
Get
off.
praised.
yeah, pick up chicks.
Yeah.
Old ones, but
Old ones,
still.
Yeah.
It's true. We went to lunch and two sweet grandmas. Gave us just the nicest. Like, if you don't want them, we'll take them. It was great. I
It's
love
because
talking to old people.
Thomas
So
just
wise.
will sit there and smile ear to ear at any stranger. And so people are eat it up.
Oh yeah. Did were any of those women old and Korean and take a picture with him with a point and shoot digital camera?
Oh
No.
my gosh.
That didn't
Thomas
do
is
that again.
on she was a Japanese grandma.
He's on an Asian dark website right now.
Or on her fridge. Either one, I'm not sure.
On her fridge.
She seemed proud of him.
Have we told that story?
no, I haven't heard this
Really?
one. No.
Okay. So
Sorry, I thought it was a callback.
Some
Yeah.
context here.
Honolulu on tour, and we're just grabbing like a lovely beachside lunch. The crew, Thomas, and a group of Japanese tourists are behind us, middle-aged Japanese ladies, don't speak English Japanese. And Thomas is turning around as
Not
he does.
middle-aged. They were grandmas.
Yeah, they were
grandmas.
65 and up, probably,
Yeah.
right?
I know I need to upgrade. Yeah,
Yeah.
well now it's weird. My middle-aged. I've always called my parents middle-aged. I guess they're grandparents now.
Yeah. These people were
Time
older.
flies.
These people were older. That woman who was taking
Yeah,
his picture
they were at
was
98.
She was 70
so old.
plus.
Oh,
she was
they're
70
gross.
plus. That's not what I'm saying. Anyways,
Thomas
anyway,
keeps turning around.
A Japanese 90 is an American 75.
that is
True. Blue
really
zone.
yes.
Blue
accurate.
zone.
Yeah.
Blue zones.
Blue zones.
And he's waving at them, and they're like, "Oh!" He's like smiling. Every time they smile, they all cheer. Oh my god! And they say that in Japanese, whatever. I don't know what's "oh my gosh" in Japanese. You knew that. You took the class.
Don't make me say Japanese.
And
Bad idea.
and they finally come over, and she's getting closer, and she's smiling to it, and then she holds it
Like a
looks like
little-
a camera your dad used when you went to Mount Rushmore in '95. She's like, okay, and we're just like, sure, and she just starts snapping photos of Thomas smiling. And
Which I'm kind of like, wait, I don't think I'm okay with
What's
this.
going
I don't-
on?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
I think I found a picture of her.
really?
She
It's going to be great.
So apparently it's a thing when you bring a blonde child to Japan.
Yes.
What?
You can sell them?
It's
Oh,
Trey. It's pretty.
What do they do?
They take a lot of pictures.
They try to sell them?
No, Trey.
What do they do?
They take a lot of pictures and
They're
they
just- it
like
just blows
think,
their mind?
yeah.
Wow.
When
See?
you bring your blonde.
Interesting. Wow.
Oh, that's
okay.
her. That was her.
That pretty much was her, yes.
That is, oh my God, that might be her.
But
Kid's
might
name
be
is
her.
Knox.
what was funny
Little
is,
Knox?
yeah,
Little Knox. That's weird.
which is
That's what. So yeah, they went back home and said, "Look at this. We saw the cutest blonde baby smiling
Yeah.
at us." Interesting.
And what's funny is that she was trying to, now we know, she was trying to ask if, like, I was clearly the mom, but Trey was sitting there and she was trying to, I guess, ask if Trey was the dad. Because remember, she kept saying a bunch of Japanese, but the only word I heard in it was papa, papa. And we just keep looking at her. She keeps repeating herself.
was so good.
And she just keeps talking to us in Japanese. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't understand.
It is amazing. She just repeatedly said Japanese
Over and
to
over
us.
again.
I'm
We're just like,
you you look at the kid. We don't speak this language.
But I just kept hearing papa, papa. And so I just all of a sudden I point to myself and go, mama, and point to Trey and go, papa.
Mama Papa.
Mama Papa. Katie.
Yeah, weird.
It was really weird. But it answered her question. She was like, okay.
You should start doing that here. Whenever I see like a person I've never seen look like that before, you're just like, can I take a photo of you?
You're so different.
You're so different. Would they like that?
Fascinating.
That is hilarious over there. It's like cute. Like, look at this kid. Imagine if you brought a Japanese kid to like Johnson County and everyone's like, oh,
how smart are you?
God.
like, you can't do that. Everyone take a photo. Everyone take a photo of this.
He's cool
kid.
with it. He'll high five you. Little knocks here.
What were you gonna say?
I'll say, I love minivans.
All that to say.
Very much look forward to one. I'll drive it. Rachel drive it. I don't care. We'll both drive it.
Do you know for a fact Rachel's on board?
I'll double check this weekend, but I think so. Rachel doesn't really have an opinion about anything, so yeah, she'll be.
It'd be
fine.
funny if this is the one thing she's like, I'm not here.
You know, the one thing Rachel has an opinion on, which I might have talked about this on stage, but I think this was a big part of your set last tour, is Rachel's nose. It's the only thing she's ever opinionated on, is like when something smells 4 football fields away.
She's like, she wants to change
She's
it,
very
or-
self-conscious. No.
You've seen that schnoz, right?
People take photos of it when we travel.
Whoa.
No, sorry. Her sense of smell is what I should say.
Yeah.
That's the only thing where she's just like, there's something in the fridge, and we're in the living room, and she's like, you can smell it in the fridge. She's like, can you take it out in the trash? That's her only opinion. Just bad smells. So she'll be cool with the minivan.
Love it. I was late bringing the minivan. I really struggled to get it, but I hate being late. I like to be a punctual person. Katie, not so much. And so our very constant situation is we're going to a party or a thing and we're late. It's just like we just fight on the way to the party. I think I've been to enough couples gatherings. If you have a couple that shows up like 20 minutes late to your event or considerably late, you can book it that they fought on the way there. Have you ever seen that? They show up late and they show up to the party and immediately kind of split. I was talking to the guy like, you guys got after on the way here? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, 30 minutes late. Traffic or fight?
Fight. She made us late and I got mad at her and now I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I was going to say,
isn't
it might
that
just be
something?
because they were running
Isn't that
late
something?
that is causing the issue.
That's been a classic. Mm-hmm. And then I've said this a number of times. Like, you know what? Let's just stop fighting and stop talking to each other. We'll be there in 8 minutes, and when we arrive, it'll cheer us up.
Just get with your own friends. Meet back in 3
They're
hours.
split. About 30 minutes later at the party, we'll kind of gather back and be like, we're good now, right? Yeah. It's a great, everyone's experience.
I resist that though. I'm like, oh no, we're gonna talk this out. We're gonna talk this through.
She does. She'll be like, oh, I'd still like to talk later. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I want to talk it through.
In your perfect world, your like therapy for any fight would be like, let's just get some friends over. Yeah. Every time
Yes,
there's a fight, let's
yes.
just bring some
No,
friends
you
in.
deserve a girls' night. Didn't you go do it? That, yeah. On the way to places and at when I'm like 6 seconds away from falling unconscious asleep is when we like to.
Yeah.
When I think it's a great time to discuss. Thanks.
Yeah, I think those are great times.
You guys ever had gotten into a discussion with your spouse and then she says the words like, and then even like last week when you did that, and then you're like, I better sit back and relax. We got to talk about a lot of stuff.
I've been storing it up.
Yeah, that's what gets me.
It is sometimes impressive. It's like, wow, you remember that from that long ago.
Right.
You should have said something then. If you could remember it a month ago, it definitely meant something
You got
to
to save it for the right time, you know?
That's what they say. That's
do
the
it.
healthiest way to do it.
That's
Bottle.
what I hear.
I will say-
Bottle it up.
Trey, I feel like we've gotten to a point in our marriage too where we, like the other night, we kind of going to bed, I was upset about something and I did my kind of like, I say something and then I'm like, and I'm done now. And then like 3 to 5 minutes later, we both just burst in laughing. You know, we're just like, this is so silly.
I started a bit.
just-
It wasn't a bit. I don't know. 6-9 months ago, laying in bed, about to say, had a legit fight, and we usually are, cuddle or touch. And I was like, I'm so done with this chick. I grabbed an extra pillow, a divider pillow.
Which I'm just like, okay.
And she was like, she starts laughing. Are you serious? I'm like, I'm serious.
Yeah.
No, don't come on my side. I'm done.
Forever.
Good night.
Divider pillow stays.
We got enough of an argument the other night, and her walk-off line was, you know what, fine. I won't help you. You don't help me. Sounds like a great marriage.
I have some
flipped
good
over.
one-liners and fights.
I say, you know what? I went divider pillow, and it's tall enough we can't even see. It's quiet, and I'm trying my hardest. Like I want to end here. I'm gonna go to sleep, and I just, like neither of us are gonna go to sleep until we
like
say
a little
something.
too agitated.
And I kind of like, I low key peek over the pillow. So I'm like, is she asleep? And it's just her staring at me, and we just both burst out. We didn't say another word and went to sleep.
Yeah.
That was like a good, like, we've been married a while.
Because we did that too. On one of the flights in Australia, we had some disagreement, like about
on the plane.
On the plane, I was like, fine, just don't talk to me. And it's like right here.
You know what? Armrest down.
we just
immediately start laughing.
Yeah.
We're like, okay. So the theory, what is happening is I like to have some sort of like final, like last line that like I'm like, this is it.
That's just
and then we
like
just
haunt me for weeks. On
yeah,
end.
and
like if it was a show, they would cut to the commercial after that.
Yes,
so,
yes,
like,
yes.
It's a real.
But it just cuts to us like laughing. So it's fine. It works.
Does Trey have any good one lines like how you have when you're storming off? Any?
No, I'm
Trey
really
just teases the divider pillow. You want this?
You want
What I
this?
thought.
I mean, you say one of my
Fuck to the
one-liners
hand.
in the show, don't you? For when
Oh yeah.
Before I'm more just am difficult. Can't think of the example. What was it? The whole birth of the fight was, I just think you should help me. Like, we wanted to leave the party. I said, Trey, it's time to go. I just feel like you didn't really help me get out the door. She kept saying this phrase, get out the door. I'm like, okay, what did I need to do? She's like, well, you just could have like been more helpful. I'm like, with what? I'm like, just like with getting all of our things. I was like, what things did we have?
like this,
our baby.
Everyone can hear him. How annoying this is.
That's what I do. What things do we have? No, I want you, because then in real time I can tell she's like, oh shoot, we didn't have that many things. I'm like, no, like what are the things? Baby, diaper bag.
Your
She's like,
jacket, his cup.
No, my jacket. I'm like, oh, I was like, well, I'm a big boy. I was gonna naturally get my jacket as we left. She's like, you could have gone and got the jacket and put it on. I'm like, what am I, 4 years old? And then that's how. And then it escalates.
You can see how annoying this is.
And then she needs more ammunition. She goes, well, last week you did it. I was like, oh, here we go.
I'm like, I'm gonna beat you down because you are wrong.
You remember a time like 3.5 years ago where he did not remember to get his jacket? Like, well, it's not a guarantee.
Yeah,
I remember June of 2019. You forgot
Yep.
your jacket at that party.
Yep.
And then I'll say stuff like, okay, help you. What you want me to just like, as you grab Thomas, root you on, and be like, yeah, you can do it. I'll do stuff like that.
I mean,
which is so mean. Yeah.
Horrible.
You can carry him up those stairs. Is that what you want me to do? Yeah, stuff like that.
Do
fun.
either one of you guys do this? Like Rachel and I, like, I feel like I'm a guy. I choose my words very carefully. Like, especially when it's Rachel and I. Like, I only really say things if they're like, for the most part, necessary. Rachel says anything that ever comes into her mind, and it's been kind of hard for me to figure that out. Like, we spend obviously a ton of time just one-on-one. Rachel's just milling about doing something. Where did I put my watch last night? And it's only me and her in the room. So like, I don't know. She's like, well, you don't need to answer like all these questions. Like, oh well, it's only us two. Who else?
Yeah, I'm the weird one here. Yeah. Why are you answering me?
Yeah, usually it takes about like 3 in a row, and I'm like on my phone, not even thinking about it. Like, have you seen my my curler? No, I haven't. And then like, man, what should I do laundry tonight or tomorrow? I don't know. Up to you. And then by the third question, like, oh, I don't think I emailed her. Did I email her? I don't know. You don't need to answer all these questions. Like, well, don't just find someone else to talk to.
Yeah.
It's just us two.
Stop answering me. Just ignore him, Rachel. Just ignore him.
So now I was like, well, how am I supposed to know what
should
questions
answer?
do I answer and what questions do I not?
The
Like,
ladies do love to.
how
talk
do I
to
discern
themselves.
that?
She's like packing like aggressively for this trip, and she's like huddled in her closet. She's like, and you're like, what? It's
reading.
unsettling.
Yeah. By packing unless I'm speed reading.
Yeah.
Jacket, coat, diapers.
Thomas's pajamas. Thomas.
Yeah, so we try to figure that out. So now it just every day is I have to discern, is this an answerable question or is she talking to herself? And I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm so logically based that I would never say something out loud if I didn't want you to respond to it. So it's hard for me to comprehend this, but I just, every other one, sometimes she's like, should we talk about our marriage, and like that's probably not one she wants to answer.
Yeah.
That's probably
That's an internal thought.
she's just talking to herself. So it's been good.
Is our marriage good? I was talking to myself.
Talking to herself. That and the hypothetical questions, which I think you guys have talked about too. Maybe just like the right before bed. Usually, like Rachel's big one is it's usually about kids. Like, what do you think if our kid was named Teddy and he had your nose and like my smile? I'm like, yeah, cool.
Because I hate my nose.
And it's just like, all right, what if when's the this is a classic, Rachel. When's the earliest you would be okay with us accidentally having a kid? And I'm like, all right,
okay.
like pregnant or like, and you're saying accidentally. Okay, I don't know.
What if you like slip and fall and impregnate me? What? Like next year would be fine or too soon?
It sounds like she wants kids.
It's like
Well, that's the thing is we
the
talk
nicest
about
way
it
possible
all the time, and like we're on the same page. Like like a year or two from now. But every now and then, I think she just like just fantasizes like if it accidentally happened, when would you be okay with it? Because I think mine is next Christmas. Like, oh, okay, yeah, around there. But it sounds like you're planning for it.
She's kind of like, so I'm going to stop taking birth control. It's going to be accidentally. We're going to.
I got yesterday. Thomas was being particularly cute, and she goes, "I want 10 of them,"
I
which
did
I
say that.
didn't. That got me worried. I feel like you actually are having an energy where you're gonna just keep asking for more. We will see. You're saying she hates. She's got a nose. There's something in the fridge. What's rotten in the fridge?
Something that belongs to her for sure. It's always like a self-imposed. Like,
You don't buy any food that rots.
No, yeah, mine
You're
set
too
on the
smart for
counter.
that.
It's
All
fine tomorrow.
preserved for
But hers is
years.
like, you know what? She's. What is that smell? Oh, I bet what it is. It's that 4-day-old salad from Mr. Euro's. Oh, with salmon that I put in the fridge 4 days ago. I'm like, yeah, that is probably what it is.
Probably.
Eat your meals. This won't happen. I eat all of mine.
Yeah,
So,
I was really bad when I would make efforts with like fresh produce, and some of it rotted, and it was in the back of the fridge. I was so bad about it. Katie handles that. Derek, what were you saying about the fruit?
I watched this video where this guy and his wife were arguing because he's like, oh, I feel better after I eat fruit. Like today, I feel really good, and it's been a few days. It's like, you don't eat fruit every day?
it's been a few days.
And then they started calling their friends and being like, hey, how often do you eat fruit? How often do you guys eat fruit?
That's a great question. I think genuinely of the past few years of my life, my average fruit per week is once a week.
Really? But you do all right with vegetables, I assume,
But
right?
a pound of veggies every day. Vegetables every day. Fruit maybe once a week.
What's the quantity of fruit? Like, are you eating an orange or an apple, or is it like
Big banana
grapes?
fan.
Okay.
But bananas, fruits are so fickle to me, so I avoid them. They just frustrate me.
They're fickle.
They are fickle.
They're so smug.
I mean, I've had 2 bananas before. One's like the sweetest candy nectar you've ever had, and the other is like almost inedible.
Mush.
And then I've a better effort to try to do fruits and like get my sweet cravings from a nice fruit. The pre-picked buckets of pomegranate seeds.
Okay.
Oh, those are unbelievable. But even then,
They go bad pretty quick.
There was one you bought one time. It was just kind of flavorless. And I'm like, it's crazy. It just differentiates the spectrum of fruits.
Well, part of it is that we got to buy fruit that's in season. Otherwise, you're getting it shipped from who knows where that was picked way before it was supposed to be picked and all that.
How often do you have fruit?
I am a pretty big acai bowl intake.
Yeah. So I guess I do smoothie for them.
So I get it that way a lot. I mean, probably like 3 of the last 4 days I've had an acai bowl. So I do get fruit that way.
Wow.
Not
There
a lot
you
of
go.
not a
Do
lot
you
of
make them?
veggies.
Do you make them? Or you buy them?
No, just if I'm like out and about somewhere and there's one nearby, it's like, oh, nice little fun snack. Way to get fruit. Tastes pretty good. But veggies, not as easy.
How often do you have fruit, Derek?
I had some last night. Went to Hawaiian Bros and got the side of pineapple. But outside of that,
It's like 3 bites of pineapple. Outside of that,
it was a few days before of like a little tangerine or something like that. I
you're twice a week guy?
yeah, I'd say 2.5.
What about you, Katie?
Probably every day.
Yeah, that was a call. Females
Yeah.
every day.
What fruit did you have yesterday?
I had an orange and an apple yesterday.
Oh my gosh. What did you have the day before? Day before. That was Tuesday.
Blueberries.
Wow.
I mean,
You're like a true like hunter gatherer. Every day,
Somebody-
it's like
I
picking
keep-
berries and fruit.
Monday,
I
what'd you
keep-
do?
I can't even remember. But I
don't catch you doing that.
I usually eat them for, I feel like maybe lunch or a snack. But I keep bananas, blueberries, apples, pretty much stocked
You
all
do
the time.
always have apples. When are you eating these apples? I don't think I've ever seen you eat an apple.
They're my snack food. Like around 3 p.m. when I need a snack, I do a little half an apple with some almond butter or something.
I should keep fruit around the house. This is fun.
Yeah.
I've been the true hunter gatherer. I
have
go
all
out and
this
try to
fruit?
find it.
What?
We have all this fruit.
Yes.
I will say sometimes you keep oranges. A lot of times.
A lot of times, yeah.
Every now and then, I just don't think of it. She'll be like, I'm going to cut up an orange. You want some? And every time I take a bite of an orange,
He's like,
I'm
oh
like,
my gosh.
oh my gosh, that is good. How is it that good? I should eat way more often.
That was the whole premise of this video. Was guys love it when they have it.
Oh,
It's
we
just-
love it. Why don't we do it?
Thomas had an
Every
orange
time
yesterday.
I have a banana, I lose my mind. A good apple.
I mean, so Thomas and I, another snack, the morning snack, me and Thomas shared an orange. Afternoon snack, shared an apple. The orange.
What's an afternoon snap?
Sure,
It's just a quick little snap of a food. I don't know. But he's had an orange one other time, but every time he put it in his mouth, he was like,
Too tart.
and then he just kept shoveling in. And eventually he was like,
He loves. I'm on a mission to make my son's first word banana.
That's
So
fun.
that's funny. It's like reasonable that he could figure that out, but it'd be just funny, like random.
he's definitely already said dada though.
It doesn't count. I don't know. He legit.
But
you
that-
missed it. I go banana, and he quite literally went like banana. I swear he did. And maybe it was just a coincidence. He's definitely starting to figure out how to put it together. Dude loves bananas, so.
I mean,
Can you
I was
imagine you
trying
see a
to.
little boy and that's his only word he knows? Banana.
Banana.
Banana. Banana.
He's obsessed with bananas. Like I was using them to make something yesterday, and he saw that I had it out to make something else.
Yeah,
It's like, oh my god,
they're good. They are good.
Chimpanzee.
That is interesting. So the theory is dudes don't eat fruit, but we love it more than girls.
There's a
Don't
guy
care
out
to
there.
find it and the washing it is almost enough deterrent to me.
The apple.
Like, can I just eat these blueberries? She's like, you have to like do laundry on them first. I'm like, well, I'll just eat a granola bar.
Yeah, I would start having fruit like in a shower caddy or something. Have the grapes right there, and I'll just wash them off and then eat them right there. There's life hack.
Every now and then I'll buy a bundle of grapes and just eat the grapes. Be like, man, these are good.
Oh, there's a guy out there right now listening. Like, man, I haven't had fruit in a while. I should try some.
Dude,
Start with a
you deserve
strawberry, and you'll be shocked at how good a
Why
strawberry
do we
tastes.
ignore them? Every time I eat a strawberry, I'm like, this is. It's
think-
almost like I feel like I don't deserve it.
It's too much sugar.
I think that you guys hit the nail on the head. It's the work. You don't want to wash it to eat it. So you're
Wash
just like,
it. You
whatever.
have to cut the stems off. If my mommy could wash it and cut the apple slices up,
Oh, throw a
Oh,
little
yeah,
caramel
you
in there.
dude, you ever put some brown sugar on any of the fruits?
No,
No.
It's a little
about
slept
that.
on.
I don't have brown sugar.
It needs more sugar.
Yeah, I was gonna say why.
Not of natural sugar. I swear. So I also didn't really eat fruit the first like 30 years of my life, but coincidentally, I swear the last 2 years, blueberries have gotten way better. I feel like I remember I used to have blueberries every now and then. It's like, what is, I feel like I'm just eating an olive or something. And suddenly,
That's a hot take.
suddenly blueberries are like sour almost. They're amazing. It's like everlasting gobstopper. These things are awesome.
Cantaloupe was one of my faves. Get after
If I'm going to go melon, I mean, go water. Cantaloupe. I don't know.
Kiwis. Whoa.
Kiwis are good.
I'm
mean,
excited. We got the fruit plates on the right.
I was gonna say
we're gonna
the
go
fact
nuts
that
tonight.
you guys get Trey has on his rider a fruit tray
like
at
one of two
every
things.
show. How are you guys not consuming more fruit?
That was one of my
Well-
that increased my average a little bit to 2.5.
Yep.
Was
Yeah.
on tour.
That's true. When I'm on the
Wow,
road, I mean,
so
fruit
healthy,
every night.
guys.
Yeah, the green grapes. That's kind of my jurisdiction on the fruit platter. Get after those. Can't wait tonight.
Now we're all busy people. All of us are. And Katie, we need to get a kid now. We travel this back and forth, and it sucks to like we eat out too much. We order stuff. Sometimes I'm craving really nice, high quality meals. And now with Cook Unity, we can get it delivered right to our doorstep. Cook Unity is the first chef to you service delivering locally sourced meals from award-winning chefs right to your door every week.
Sounds amazing.
It's cheaper than other delivery options. So it's not like you have to make it yourself. It's like getting delivered like a delicious, high-quality meal. I'm looking here on their website. They got Chef Ruben can drop off his shrimp and zucchini linguine with roasted red pepper sauce. Chef Chris can drop off his blackened shrimp and cheddar pancetta risotto with tomato herb sauce.
This sounds pretty close to your Cajun pasta you like.
Ooh, no more chilies, dude. Up the ante a little bit.
Could change things. Yeah, no cooking required. Chef quality dining experience. Man, Rachel is gonna thank me later. Holy cow!
Hundreds of dishes to choose from, and the menu is updated constantly. Of course, they can hook you up if you're vegan, pescatarian, gluten free, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. Or if you eat anything, then I can respect you more.
Go crazy.
No, it's fine.
Get up to 16 meals a week.
Oh, is that what it says? Wow.
Yeah.
Menus are posted 2 weeks in advance. You have plenty of time to choose. So experience chef quality meals every week delivered right to your door. Go to cookunity.com/Trey or enter code Trey before checkout for 50% off your first week.
Whoa, 50%
off.
Wow.
Your first week, use code Trey or go to cookunity.com/Trey.
This show is brought to you by Huggies Little Movers. Did you hear that? That's right. That's my little rugrat pooping in Huggies right now. I'm honored to be sponsored by Huggies. Huggies knows that babies come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and their tushies do too. Huggies' best fitting diaper is their Little Movers with its curved and stretchy fit. Moms know that there's nothing worse than an ill-fitting diaper, especially for the movers, okay? Hey, pucker it. I love Huggies because we search everywhere for the right diaper to keep everything locked in while he moves all around, and Huggies Little Movers are the game changer. We've tried all sorts of different diapers with catastrophic consequences. Huggies Little Movers, it's the way to go. Huggies Little Movers are curved, so little Thomas, the babies, they feel comfortable when they're moving around, and he's moving around a lot. They also offer up to a 12-hour protection for leaks, which is a game changer. So get your babies behind into Huggies' best fitting diaper, Huggies Little Movers. We got you covered, baby. Oh, I love a cold cut. Maybe a nice sandwich, but cold turkey. Hey, let's leave it in between two pieces of bread, all right? That's not a way to break bad habits. That's brutal. But my sponsor, Foom, a proud sponsor, they're looking at a problem in a different way. They say, hey, how about instead of everything in a bad habit is wrong, how about you just remove the bad from your habit? Foom is an innovative, award-winning flavored air device that does just that. Instead of vapor, it uses flavored air. Instead of electronics, Foom is completely natural. And instead of harmful chemicals, Foom uses delicious flavors. You get it. Instead of bad, Foom is good. It's a habit you're free to enjoy and makes replacing your bad habit easy. Your Foom comes on an adjustable airflow dial and is designed with removable parts and magnets for fidgeting, giving your fingers a lot to do, which is helpful for de-stressing and anxiety while breaking your habit. The taste was surprising, more flavorful than I thought. It's kind of like, imagine just like a nice, refreshing herbal tea is now in a vapor style, okay? The feel, the look, it's really nice. You guys got to try the new Solano Foom. It's made with premium walnut barrel and an onyx-coated mouthpiece that has a slightly softer finish. Well, we get fancy. So start the year off right with a good habit by going to tryfoom.com/Trey and getting the Journey Pack today. Foom is giving listeners of Correct Opinions 10% off when they use my code Trey to help them make starting the good habit that much easier. Start the good habit at tryfoom.com/Trey to save 10% off the Journey Pack today.
It does not feel like we have a show tonight. Like we're here in Kansas City, we're podcasting. It doesn't feel like I'm going to see my parents tonight and perform stand-up comedy.
That is interesting.
But they'll be there.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It doesn't feel like I have to get on a flight in a few hours that I just booked to avoid the blizzard and have a 3-hour layover with Thomas in a small airport. It doesn't feel like I'm doing that today.
It doesn't feel like that to me either.
It doesn't feel like I should do that.
Well, how long have you been going?
43 minutes.
Nice. Okay, we talk about one more thing with some fan videos. Wrap up. We jot down here. We brought up girls' purses. I want to discuss this.
Yeah,
because it feels like there's just a million ways you can do it. Katie, you're not a big purse girl, which is interesting. I grew up around purse girls. Had to have their big old. They just bring a suitcase with them, basically.
I always fought against it because I'm like, why do I have to lug something around and guys don't?
Oh my gosh, that's annoying.
Yeah. Why do I have to be the pack mule where guys are like, here, will you carry this for me in your purse? I don't want to carry your stuff. So I just put my wallet in my pocket like guys do.
I just wear some bootcut jeans, get my Cybertruck, and you figure it out. What things are guys suggesting you carry for them? Like I can't imagine not.
Sunglasses,
that is a good one.
The occasional wallet, if you're sitting for a long time, you don't want it in your pocket. You
That's a crazy thing to ask your girl to do. Hey, I'm sitting for a while. Can you hold this?
Here's your-
Sunglasses I'm with you on.
That's specific to me. I feel like that's not. When we go to like a nice dinner, I hand her my phone. Like you just
Yeah,
set it, because she always sits on the booth. We just set it over there.
Yeah.
Because we're having a dinner. That's it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask you to carry my things.
Yeah, I'm
But
not
it was
saying
nice.
you
I grew up with a mom.
specifically.
We were with a mom. She had it's like Narnia's wardrobe down there. She had every medicine you could ever want. She had treats, snacks,
Right.
first aid kits.
I mean, as a mom, at this point I'm carrying a diaper bag, which is my purse, which has a lot of things in it like that. But
Yeah. I guess you do have a purse basically. You just try to make it as manly as possible.
yeah.
Let me grab my backpack.
Duct tape, zip ties, WD-40.
What do you think about the backpack purse trend? You see, it's like a cute little backpack that you can just wear.
I'm not real great with women's trends. Not real sure what's going on. Not sure if I have many opinions about them. But I know that women have, I'll just say Rachel, has too many purses as a whole. And to me,
Really?
it stresses me out because she's like, I'm going to use this purse tonight. So just to transfer things over, but nothing ever gets fully transferred. It's so her belongings are spread out on 8 different purses. It's I can't believe she lives
And
that way.
that's part of the reason why. And so now when I do, the only time I really carry a true purse is like if I'm going out without Thomas, like to a nice dinner or something like that. But at that point, all I have in my purse is my phone and my wallet, maybe some lip gloss.
Okay.
And so that's why I'm like, why do I got to carry this?
Throw it in the Wranglers. I can hold it.
Did you ever have a Vera Bradley phase? The big.
Ooh, okay.
You know, the only Vera Bradley that I owned was my high school boyfriend got me a Vera Bradley purse.
I gifted a Vera Bradley one time and felt really cool about that. I also thought it was the ugliest thing in the world. Too, so
Is that the ones with the
aren't-
crazy design?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not cute
It's
objectively.
like a kind of a.
nice
It's like the
paisley.
it's like the Polly Pulitzer dresses.
the Polly Pulitzer, Lily Pulitzer.
That was pretty close.
That was pretty close.
Polly Pocket Pulitzer.
Do you guys know what Lily Pulitzer is? Do you?
I've seen the name, but I couldn't pick it out of a lineup.
It's a
Best author
similar.
of the year.
Lily Pulitzer Prize.
And she created a wardrobe. They're just like those really bright colored dresses that are usually like Easter colors.
That sounds nice.
It's not really my style. It's a little more, it's very Southern. Like a lot of the girls that
A lot of the girls I knew up from the South, they had
Yeah.
their Louis Vuitton.
Oh, it is kind of bright.
I'm not really like,
Looks like a nice vacation dress.
Coach was big when I was growing up. Those are out? Coach purses?
it's not totally
were
out.
big.
No, it's not out.
It's less
but
big, right? They were big growing
They've
up,
kind
I
of
felt like.
rebranded, I feel
And
like.
Louis Vuitton, when the bougie people, I had no idea how much those cost. I remember seeing people I know, or even my aunts or some, Louis Vuitton, and then I learned later, like what, $1,500 for one of these?
I mean, they could be, yeah.
Rachel's been out of town this past week, and she tasked me a couple nights ago. She's like, "Hey, can you find our like wedding registry Crate and Barrel gift cards? Here's like the 3 spots I think they could be." And like one of them was a cabinet. I was like, "This is insane that it
scavenger
could be there." And one of the other ones was like, "It could be this purse. It could be this purse." I'm having to sort through 2 different purses, and one of them, like I think it's her main purse. It was unbelievable what was in there. I mean, there's like multiple sunglasses, ink pens, used tissues, unused Kleenexes, 45 tamps in there.
Yeah.
And I'm digging through
Yeah,
those.
What is she preparing for?
What's happening? Yeah. Do you have like a wound? And then I'm digging to the bottom. I kid you not, there were 2 spoons in there. Just metal spoons in her purse.
Yeah, because you're eating on the go, kind of just toss it in there.
I mean, yeah, I guess. It was the
Dish
dirtiest
soap,
thing.
Yeah. Bottle of water.
There was a TurboTax receipt.
Did you find the gift cards?
No, I looked for 20 minutes and then I checked my phone and she texted me and said, "Oh, they were with me. I had them." It's like, well, got to know your closet better.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I will say the caveat with the purse. If I had a nice luxury branded purse, I'd carry it.
Okay. No, because you know what? I'm thinking about this. We've done this. This happened a few times when she's asked me to throw tamps in the pocket. She has such a small bag. She's like, "I don't want to carry a purse. Throw these tampons in your pocket." I was like, "What a date night we're up for." Yeah. So yeah, you're demasculating me.
Reverse roles, you know?
She does that a lot.
Man, I bet she loved Barbie, huh?
Yeah. I have to remind Katie maybe like twice a year she's not like Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I'm like, you can cook me a meal and it's not like like me being a bad person. She'd be like, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. And I did. We did have that talk recently. Just like, I was like, I mean, I like to cook and I do the most of it. But like, if I came home to a nice cooked meal, that you wouldn't have to feel like you were like betraying the feminists. She's like, okay. And I came home to baked treats and this and that, and it made me feel very loved.
Mm-hmm. Good. I'm glad.
When it comes to the Tamps, what I would like to see the new trends become.
Okay.
I've been thinking about this. Guys, we're very, like, hey, he works in construction. Where does he keep his pencil? Probably above his ear. Hey, the guy plays golf a lot. Where does he keep his tee? Right above his ear.
Oh, no.
Hey, that woman menstruates. Where does she keep her tampon? Right above her ear.
Yeah.
Stick it right here.
You see
Why do
Katie's
we need to
beanie?
hide these?
Right in the fold
Yeah,
there.
right in here. This is where I'm traveling today, so I'll just
pearl,
kind of
dude.
wait. This could be a purse. I mean, we could do wallet.
Yeah.
We could do
Passport. Thomas's passport.
Yeah. Good to go now.
You ever had to buy your tampons, guys? I was tasked with it once, and
I just do it
failed.
for fun.
You just trying to learn.
Yeah.
I tried once.
You failed. You got the wrong kind.
You told me like it'll work, but it's not what I would have.
I got the same exact
yeah,
response, probably word for word.
Yeah, this will work, but it's not what I would have chosen. Like, okay, I don't know how I would know this.
I mean, I think I sent a picture. I think it's like here's a picture of what I want.
Besides the picture, how was I
How
supposed to
are
know?
they gonna know? You probably kind of got to the aisle and kind of get a little frantic, like just gotta grab them and go.
A little bit. I'm looking a lot. I was like, this is.
It's too much to look at. It is a little overwhelming. There's a lot to look at.
I had to store some in my backpack here, and when we were on tour, I was going up to set up the audio thing, and they fell out. The audio guy looked at it, and I had to like, they're.
Oh yeah.
It was
so I had Indian food last night. So
I get a lot of nosebleeds.
I was gonna say I got a bloody nose.
I once tied. I think I've told this story. I apologize if I have, but I tied a tampon to a kid's backpack.
Yeah.
I told this.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
It's an innocent prank. We shouldn't be scared of these things.
I mean,
I think they're very important. They should be given to women for free.
there you go.
We've talked about this guy. This guy who has the full. Do you know his name?
July ski? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Something like that.
Tell him what to Google, or you can find
I think the word July and then like SKI or something.
he'll just do videos.
it's the
of being
same guy
like,
we're thinking of.
I just freaking women.
Oh, yeah,
deserve better, and they'll be like, "Dude, are you recording right now? Stop!"
It's July ski. Those three individual. Oh
Does
no!
he make any other videos?
He deleted everything.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time finding some.
Look, he only has photos.
He was on TikTok though.
Yeah, maybe check TikTok. Yeah, he was so good. Just
It's
like
July ski.
it was like
I don't know how people pick some of these names. It's like the month July.
yeah, and then ski.
Yep.
Yeah,
Got
his
it.
captions would be like POV, me when I find out feminine products aren't free
This
yet.
one,
and
I
he'd
had
just
no
be
idea.
screaming
I
at
had
us.
no idea I was being recorded at the Thanksgiving table.
I got some too.
What am I thankful for? Well, I'm thankful for women. Sorry. I'm thankful for women. Because where would we be? The world would be barbaric. We need women. And Jiminy Cricket is a fact! Are you recording me? Stop! What am I?
The world would be barbaric.
Have you guys seen?
This stuff is great.
I think I showed you, Trey. There's this like bodybuilder guy that makes this video where he's kind of like starting out, kind of talking about like, okay, I was really trying to get super shredded for my competition, and so a lot of times
Can
what
you
you
find
do
it?
is, let me see.
He was just he's describing how he got jacked up on his hormones and stuff, and he was like, this must be what it's like to be a woman.
He depleted his body of estrogen so that he could build as much muscle, least fat as he could.
Mm-hmm.
He went to the doctor. The doctor's like, this is super unhealthy. You should not do this to your body. So he had to put estrogen back into his body. And he was like, it was crazy. He was like,
It was the worst.
he was like,
Doctor might have gotten a little carried away.
he was like, it was crazy that week. He was like, I went to the doctor, and that week it's like, God, like I felt like my relationship wasn't great, and like I was worried about my future, and like all these things in my life just kind of kept going wrong, and it was really frustrating. And then he's like, holy, this is what women deal with every month. Your life is falling apart. I was like, yes.
That's true.
I don't know if I can find it.
Those hormones don't stop. The baby process, all this.
But
How
yeah.
much? I think I'm maybe learning for the first time that we have estrogen as well. Like men and women both have estrogen and testosterone.
Mm-hmm.
What's the ratio? Is it like a recipe? Like
Depends on the guy, I guess.
5-1, 10-1,
I think that's
No,
that's
I don't.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like a
tablespoon to teaspoon.
Yeah, you guys have like a teaspoon of estrogen, a tablespoon of testosterone.
I'm good with that. I think that's
So you
probably
want-
good. That's healthy.
Sure. I'll take some more
Some more estrogen?
because people do estrogen blockers.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
Crazy
yeah.
stuff.
Guys do that or girls do that? Whoever, I guess.
Yeah. Whoever,
They
yeah.
do it.
Let's get into that.
Let's get into that.
Fun prank.
But yeah, that is what happens.
It
to
is
us.
wild. They have figured out how you can take supplements and like I can like grow things or stop growing things.
Yeah, that's impressive. Like, I haven't cured cancer yet, but with enough pills,
Enough pills.
you can like just.
Katie, you can have a chin strap beard.
Oh wow.
That's be wild.
Need
Yeah.
some of those.
Maybe that's if we like hit a good milestone of correct opinions, we all
grow
change.
grow something new.
Oh wow.
The year, word of the year, grow.
Girl.
Grow.
All right, let's get to some fan videos before we head out to do a fun weekend of shows. Big journey. Then we're gonna meet our nephew, which I'm excited about. I know, Jake. I know that one day I'm already gonna have 20 nieces and nephews, and I think it's important that we immediately fly in and meet them as they come out.
Okay, sorry I asked about that.
Yeah.
Hey, Correct Opinions podcast. I am laying here on.
Oh, pause
a
real
sick
quick.
day.
Her shirt says Lancaster Mennonite.
I'm going
Yes, it does.
That is a wild combo.
through
Or is
episodes
it
and
redundant?
archives and found one where you guys were talking about the birds and the bees. And I'll try to make this 30 seconds.
I don't like that she's laying down in
So
bed.
when I was little, I thought that to get pregnant, you just had to have a ring on your ring finger. And then all of a sudden you just had the ability to be pregnant. And so obviously
Frodo.
people who had a baby when they weren't married were just stupid enough to put a ring on their ring finger. So when I was little, I would never let anything touch my ring finger. No key rings, no nothing, because I was
No
scared
key
I would
rings.
get pregnant. Thankfully figured that one out.
At the age of 15.
Then
Yeah,
also,
recently.
I think you would not be disappointed if you go to Instagram, search Style Fit Fatty, and go to her belly button highlight. Promise you will not be disappointed. Katie, I get it. It is really hard to tell something in 30 seconds, but thanks so much for all you guys do.
Thank you. That's a first. I've ever you bet she's like a little girl at a party and they put a ring pop on her. She's like, stop! Oh my gosh!
How long does it take to set in?
How long?
Oh my gosh.
She's like, these purity rings. I don't get the purity rings. And what do you think purity rings were?
Yeah, that's
She's
Don't put them on your ring finger.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna stay abstinent, but have fun being a mom. Dummy.
I haven't got mine on my toes, all 10 of them.
Do we dare search whatever she just instructed?
I was going to
us
look it up to proofread it, but I forgot the
Style
name.
Fit Fatty.
Good memory. You've always had
The
Like-
belly button story highlight.
like FATTY style fit fatty or
Okay.
like
What if she just wanted us to make fun of a fat person?
yeah, I don't
Look
know.
how deep their belly button is.
Okay. Whatever she's talking about is not readily available on her Instagram
Style Fit
highlights.
Fatty.
It's not up front.
Popped up for me.
Geez, some of these story highlights. Nothing says belly button.
Oh, she's an influencer. But, I mean, they put out a lot of content. This might have maybe been a ways back.
I'm scrolling.
Oh, I
Belly
see it. No,
button,
I see
got
it. Yep.
I beat you. Belly button. Oh, there's so many.
Oh, wow, there is a lot. It's just a bunch of people's theories.
She's for context, this is a Mormon influencer, right? I think you said this to me, Derek.
Oh yeah.
Derek
And
loves this
she's
girl.
just sending go check it out if you want. That it's a bunch of reading, but there's like 1,000 people who sent in like, yes, I thought the belly button was for making babies.
Oh wow.
This is crazy. I'm reading some of these. This is, I don't know if I believe it. I mean, the summary of this one is like, this guy went to a doctor because him and his wife are trying to get pregnant.
No, you're not gonna say that they
With
were
the belly
trying.
button.
That's what this says.
I legit believe
he did not know about her female reproductive organ.
I legit believe that stuff.
I know the LDS Church had sex therapists for a while to help out with some of these big knowledge gaps.
Get the men to go further down. Don't stop here. It's actually not even
true.
It's ultimately just like really sad that they're like
No, it's funny.
not educated at all. That's really sad.
Feel like
Hilarious.
doctor, I can't. I've been taking the the Viagra and all this. My belly button just won't poke out. It's like I have another issue. Let's get to one more video.
There's a whole tangent you could go down of like
gosh.
misunderstandings. Like, so I've been trying foreplay and I get on all fours. Just like just everything. You're just like whatever wrong.
We play horsey. I just cannot figure it out. I try to dirty talk her, so I'm insulting her left and right.
Yeah, she said make it hurt. So I was like, okay, I think you act like your mother a lot. She didn't love that.
Oh my gosh. All right. I haven't used this in a while.
There's so many. The belly button's crazy.
Hey, I might go back on that later. Check out the belly button highlight.
Yeah.
What's up, Trey, Jake, Katie, Thomas, Derek, everybody at Kurt's Opinions. I love the show. Love everything you guys do, all the channels. Seriously, it's great. Keep it up.
Oh, man.
I'm just sending a video letting you know that I'm a huge fan, and I like to consider myself a half-sheltered kid. Like, my parents, when I was younger, they would not let me say crap, shoot, what the heck, anything like that, because you might as well say the real word at that point. And I don't know. But some other things were the exact opposite. Like, they let me watch a PG-13 movie when I was 4 years old. I watched Harry Potter a lot, did a bunch of stuff that I probably shouldn't have, but they were like half and half. It was a weird kind of split. But also, Trey,
they made me wear a helmet 24/7.
love to see
with a
that
helmet
you're getting into running. I love that. I'm a runner. I run a lot. I love
With a
it.
helmet.
Right now, I'm kind of injured, so I'm biking just to not lose my ability when I'm hurt. But I want to know what your times like. What would you get if you ran like races and stuff?
Oh,
have you ran races recently?
Some competition here.
No, you
I
don't want to do
promise
this,
you, I
brother.
won't judge you. I used to be so bad, and then I ran a lot, and now I'm a lot better. So, seriously, I won't judge you. But I also want to know, a while ago, you were making fun of the runner's high myth, and I know now you've been running, so I want to know if you've experienced that. Because personally, I thought it was fake before, and then I ran a lot, and I've experienced countless. Like, I don't know, just...
He's like, I'm high right now, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you, dude. Thanks for sending that in.
That was good. A lot of things to talk about there.
Yeah, a lot of things. Half sheltered.
Yeah, half sheltered.
I could watch The Terminator from my cage.
My parents obviously, they were very protective about some things, but they did tell me all about the belly button.
Yeah,
so I know that.
I know that.
I know how that
I
works.
like that is a classic phrase. You might as well say the real word at that point.
Yeah.
Which is like in hindsight, it's like what a dumb. There's value in saying something and in place of it. It's different.
Is there? Because you're still using your words to like display.
I feel like it shows
anger and
self-control, though.
frustration.
I do think
It shows control.
I would rather if Thomas is a real angry kid, needs to say words. I'm like, hey, watch your mouth. If he does go the frick route, I'm like, just go ahead and say the F bomb. I'd rather you say that. Frick's tough for me.
Frick.
I think it's a weird one. That was born in youth groups across America.
Yeah, I saw it a lot. I luckily never got into it myself. Thank goodness.
I was a big. My go-to was stupid idiot. That was my cuss word. My growing up.
That sounds.
Stupid idiot. Stupid idiot.
That's like an exact reenactment of him
Yeah.
as a child.
You guys didn't have to get. You guys didn't get angry and had to say words. What'd you go with? Fudge.
What did I say?
Fudge is a great one.
I don't think I ever fudged.
Shite.
Oh.
No,
That's so close.
that's close.
I think I did do a shite a few times.
Wow, that's kind of. Ooh.
The only time I never
Biznitch was one of my
Okay.
favorites.
I did
Forgot
not.
about that.
That was a funny one.
Dude, Mother Trucker. You ever hear that
Mother
one?
trucker. Yep. These are all good. Avoid saying the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
So he also wasn't able.
I'd say Jack Astronaut.
Yeah.
Those were classic.
I know, I went around it.
No, I didn't say it. I just asked her not.
Dude, you know what I heard for the first time at SBU at college, which is so sheltered, so hilarious. But this one guy was like, something happened to him, and he like yells out, I'll say it slowly, but he said, got dandruff and some of it itches. And it was supposed to sound like GDSOB, I guess. But he thought he was the funniest guy at SBU for saying, got dandruff, some of it itches.
I mean, that was pretty creative.
Did he write that? That is
I don't know if he wrote
There's
it.
no way. He's got a weird uncle that said that.
Yeah, it was passed down.
Take this to the Babs
his
University, buddy. You're going to turn some heads. But my run time, my first sincere answer is any time that's faster than yours. I'll make it happen, dude. All right?
Like if you guys were actually racing, you could do it.
I'd do it. But I'm on the IR a little bit. I'm rehabbing. I'm getting better. Strained some things. So I haven't done much running. But I was getting into it. It was fun. I was getting to the point where I could go I was starting to try to get faster. I could run. I one day ran 2 miles at I don't want to miss it, 2 miles at like a 7:20 pace.
That's moving.
I was pretty stoked on that.
That's really moving.
And I went out and ran like a 7-minute mile. So as I was getting into it, my goal was trying to get like maybe a 6-minute mile. I would go out and do I got a runner's high. I would do long runs with a good friend. And I would experience, it just distracts you. I think I struggle with you're just like, but you go run 8 miles with a friend.
Yeah.
And we were getting better. So we could like talk and jog at like a 9:15 pace, which blew my mind.
Right, yeah.
Because at the start, when you're hardly out of shape, I would go run 9-minute mile and be like huffing and puffing.
Yeah.
So that's your answer, dude.
I look forward to
But
getting
I'm getting back into it this summer. And I ran a half marathon in 3 hours in a circle. And I had jumping over things and around trees.
That's going to be me.
Which this year's loser, we're having a track change. The guy said, "Hey, I'm doing something different in my yard. We can't use my backyard. We're doing a different backyard."
Whose backyard?
Bosch.
Of that side yard?
It's got a...
That is actually a decent hill.
It's an elevation, but it's a much bigger loop.
Less turns.
And no obstacles.
That's nice. Except so the hill.
I think it could... I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be easier for him or harder.
No obstacles is nice.
No obstacles.
I get pretty sick.
I had to duck under a tree 300 times, run around a tiny tree, and then jump over a cement foundation. So I don't know. You tell me. Would you rather run 300 laps with a couple obstacles, even ground? Would you rather run 200 laps, no obstacles, slight elevation change?
Definitely give me no obstacles. That's so annoying every time. No obstacles. You could zone out and just like do your run and get through it.
I think there's so much value in being able to, less of a loop where you can stride out a little bit more. I mean, I could never had a place where I just
lean in the whole time. Yeah.
So it's easier.
Thanks for the video, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man.
It's funny, we were like this sheltered kid is wearing a helmet. It's kind of funny. And then he shows the bike. Like, oh, okay, he's biking. It'd be funny if a couple weeks from now we get another video from him. He's indoors, still has the helmet on. Like, I knew it. I knew it. He needs that helmet.
He talked really quick about watching PG-13 movies. Did you guys watch PG-13 rated R movies?
We had a very, very, very hard rule. It says 13. You're not 13.
We weren't allowed to unless it was war movies, which is insane. Of like...
The Patriot?
Yeah.
Patriot.
That was a good one. Yeah, I think... For the most part, I mean, I couldn't watch Harry Potter, but I could watch like a rated R comedy if my dad thought it would teach me how to be funny. If he's like, if it's got good enough jokes, you can watch it. No witchcraft, but you can watch, a Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy movie.
Be insane. You watch Pearl Harbor? Was your family like, America has to win?
Oh.
Pearl Harbor?
With Matt Damon?
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, we did. That was...
No, it was a strict rule, man. Rules are rules.
Saving Private Ryan. I was able to watch that real young.
Wow, yeah, guys,
watch.
Legs are falling off.
Yeah, someone swear.
Wow,
there you have it.
It's a little more lenient in my house.
Yeah,
but mostly just as more kids came, really. Trevor and I couldn't watch Power Rangers. That was too violent.
Same.
But like as the kids came, it was like less and less of a concern.
All right, go get them.
Yeah,
go get them. Power up. Cool. Well, that's an episode. We got to hit the road. Can't wait to see y'all on the road. And give us 5 stars, like, subscribe, comment, all the things we asked you to comment.
Thank you.
What do we ask?
In advance.
How often do you have fruit?
Yeah.
And whatever else. Love you guys. Talk to you next week. Peace.
Correct opinion.